Alright, yo, what's going on YouTube? Coming at y'all direct, you know. I'm Chevy Boy Quan. Everybody call me Chevy or Fats. That's typically what I get called. Or just Quan. A good bit of people call me Quan, but in the car world, you know, back in the days everybody used to call me either Fats or Chevy, but you know what it is. So it's time to finally start. And excuse my voice, I'm sick, trying to get over upper respiratory infection, trying to get over that. So my voice a little hoarse, messed up and everything, but it's all right. But it is time. Yo, it is time. It is finally time to go ahead and swap old girl. Yo, she up in the air now. Got the back on some ramps. I got the front some jack stands. And yo, we finna start this LS swap. It's been a long time coming. And I miss my car. I've been out my car for about a month now. And, after busting my ass and finally getting the car back on the road after it was down for 3 years, I get it back on the road, had it on the road literally 30 days. It gets getting a front end collision while it was parked. Some jackass decides to hit it head on. Well, I can't call him a jackass. It was honestly an accident. So I can't call him a jackass. I feel like he's a jackass, but he really wasn't. So I apologize for that. But anyways, the got in the front end impact, so crushed the front end in. I fixed it. We put me and my buddy DM. Yo, DM has helped me so much with this freaking car. Literally re-inspired me to get back into the project because I was damn near at the point where I was getting ready to crush this bitch. But we got the car back, the front end put back together. Running, then I just had motor failure, had this, had that, and then I get it back running, we fix it. As the waves come, I fix it again, I keep fixing it. Steering column, the shift linkage in the steering column broke, and I found a steering column in freaking Seattle, of all places, across the freaking country, and shipped it in and got it in and got it back on the road for it to only get in another front end collision, which sucked because lady pulled out in front of me. She didn't have insurance. She tried to put me at fault, but she was at fault because it was failure to yield the right of way. So she was at fault. But she didn't have any insurance, so it's a good thing I've got plenty of coverage. Uninsured motorists came in for the win, Team Geico, all the way, because they took care of me. Came to the house like 2 days after it, came to the house, inspected the vehicle, literally comped me for everything that I had already fixed again, which was beautiful. I mean, it really took care of me. Due to that was an uninsured motorist claim. They took care of me. They cut me a check same day. And boom, I was good to go. Put my car in the frame shop, got the frame fixed and corrected, which I needed to be done from the time it was hit on side the road. So I was happy because I was able to get a lot more work done and even progress even further. Got my aftermarket headlights and everything, my one-piece headlights, which I freaking love. I'm known for the one-piece headlights down here in Charleston. I'm pretty much one of the few that have them. I was one of the first that brought them out when they first came out. I was one of the first to have them on a B-body in Charleston back in 2012 with the HID headlights. Let me restate that. I was one of the first to have the one piece with HID and immediately converted to LEDs when LEDs dropped. I was the first one down here, and I had the yellow headlights. My joints shine. My joints actually illuminated, had like a goldish hue to them. So I'm gonna take credit for that because that was me down here in Charleston. Don't care what nobody say. Fight me, screw you. That's all I got to say. But anyways, right now I am draining the fluid. I don't know if I can I flip this around? No, I can't. But right now I am actually draining the coolant. Coolant is coming out of it right now. We're gonna drain that. I'm gonna recycle, put that in jugs so I can go to the recycle spot. Then I'm gonna move on to the engine oil, drain that. Probably, matter of fact, what I'll probably do is after I'm done with the coolant, I'll drain the power steering fluid, throw that in some jugs to the recycle, label that for the recycle. Engine oil, we're gonna drain that. I'll recycle that down at the parts store. And transmission fluid, I don't know if I can take that to the parts store. I have to double check, but anyway, I'll just put it in for the recycle. So I'm draining all the fluid now. That's where we're gonna be at. I'll probably drain the brake fluid too. Actually, no, I'll leave the brake fluid for last. I am gonna drain that and clean out the brake system because that fluid has probably been in there for God knows how long. So it's probably all mucky and nasty. So I'm gonna replace that. I'm gonna flush it out and everything. We're gonna reverse bleed that to clean that, clean out the lines and the calipers. Try to clean the calipers out as much as possible. That'll probably that'll take me a good few hours to do that, but that'll be last when the car is back running and put back together. But hopefully the plan is to have this swap done. It's already been down a month, so now that I'm starting today, I hope to have it by by next week. I hope to be in a position where a new motor goes back in. And this is going to be a full LS swap. I'm not keeping the original. The issue that caused the car to go down is my transmission kicked out on me. I lost second and third, and basically first as well. I know I lost third for sure because the car, when it goes in reverse, it does not actually shift in reverse. You have to stomp on the throttle in order for it to actually bang into reverse and then go. So it's really at that point. Some folks were just telling me to do a flush and clean. I am not flushing and cleaning a 700R out of a 92 Chevy Caprice that's been in here since 1992 and has no service records whatsoever. I've had the car since 2012, and I can assure you I never serviced the transmission for the simple fact it hadn't been done in the previous 20 years before me. So there was no point in me servicing the transmission. So I kept it rolling, and now we're in 2019. Transmission finally decided to die. It's got a 305 small block Chevy motor, which is what it came with from the factory with the throttle body injection on the top. Motor's all stock, nothing done to it, completely bare stock car. So it's getting a nice little mild stock swap. And I say mild stock swap because the motor's gonna be an LQ4 out of an '06 Denali, GMC Denali. 1500 with like 150,000 miles on it. Motor has little to no leaks. The only leak I see is literally the valve cover, and actually the valve cover gaskets have been replaced. I see oil coming from the oil pressure switch, and the oil pan gasket on it is going to need to be replaced. So I'm doing a full gasket job except head gaskets. I'm not doing head gaskets for the simple fact, if I pull the heads, I want the heads to get worked. I want the heads to be gone through. I want to change the valve train. I want them ported and polished, all that good stuff. And I want to switch from head bolts to head studs. So there is no point in me pulling the heads right now because I don't see any issue in with that. So I'm going to what I am going to do is everything, all the other gaskets and seals. And I actually have a transmission. It's going to be the 4L60. I've gotten a lot of flack about that too so far. Oh, no, 4L60. Oh yeah, woo 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 woo. I really don't give a shit. I don't plan on leaving that transmission in the car anyways, because when it gets to the point when I can finally start applying boost to the motor, which is why I went with an LQ4. I want to do a mild boost, maybe like 15 PSI, nothing crazy. But when I am able to apply boost to it, I am going to swap it out for a. I want to go with a T56. I want to go manual at that point when I start applying boost, just because I want it to be fun. Couldn't go manual yet because I couldn't afford a T56. A couple came up down here, but we're talking $3,500 to $4,500 for a T56 down here. So I couldn't swing that with already buying motor, transmission, rebuilding it, and everything else. I'm already in the project, a large amount of money, so I couldn't swing a T56 because at that point in time, I really need to look at buying another car. I could have gone and bought me and my 2500 pickup truck for the amount of the investment of a T56 with a rebuild, plus doing everything else. So it was no point in that. But that's enough about that little rant. But yeah, just wanted to give y'all first glimpse at the Caprice. You're going to see this on the channel I know it may not be everybody's favorite, but I love this car. I literally fell in love with this car after hating these cars for years because I am a box Caprice type of person. I love box Caprices, and I've never had one, and I still have a desire to get one. But man, I got this car from a cousin out in the country, and it was well taken care of. And I literally got it because I had no choice. I needed a vehicle, and I knew that car was turnkey, ready to go, no issues. It just needed some TLC, some love and attention. And that's all I gave it when I first got it. And I ended up falling in love with the car. I must say the car ran so good, ran so smooth. Has been to Louisiana with me personally twice, you know. So the car, literally, this was one of those cars that you could literally turnkey, jump in, go from here to California if you needed to with no issue. And I'm going to get her back to that point. It's not going to be long. She'll be there. So hopefully, like I said, over the next 2 weeks, I can get this thing finished because I am doing it by myself. Well, actually, I lie. Me and my car club mates will probably be doing it because I am a part of a car club, 843 Riders Car Club. We're a group of brothers that really work together and work well with each other. I am the youngest of the camp, and so far I love my car club, man. Them guys always look up for me, so I'm gonna hit, a few of them gonna roll through, and they're gonna help me with this. I also got some other buddies that are down to jump in and turn some wrenches too, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to get this thing done back on the road in 2 weeks, and then it's gonna go to Charleston's Finest Customs to get the paint and body done. And the paint job is gonna be so dope. It's gonna be a nice little mix up, something we don't really see too often down here in Charleston. Other places might see it, but just to let y'all know, it's gonna have that little pearly effect to it. That little pearly, not a chameleon, not a flip flop, just a little pearl spice, little pearl spice. That's all it's gonna be. But yo, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay prayed up, and yeah, I'll be back real soon with another update. We're going to get back to draining these fluids, getting these out the way, and I'll catch y'all later on the next one.